Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I am your host, Chris Shanfeld, and I am now joined by former Southern Miss Golden Eagles wide receiver who will be headed to a Division II school for a year to play football. He is Francisco Llanos. Francisco, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, man.
So I got to ask you, have you decided on what D2 school you'll be headed to?
No, not yet. Right now it's between Lindenwood, Nebraska, Kearney, Henderson State, and West Texas A&M, so I haven't made my choice yet.
Oh, nice, man, nice. I actually, just yesterday I interviewed Pierre Desir, a cornerback out of Lindenwood. He's going to be entering the 2014 NFL Draft this year. And, you mentioned West Texas A&M. I have a pretty good friend in Britton Golden who's now a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals that, of course, went there and had a lot of success over there as well. So, I'm sure those schools that you have in mind, I'm sure you probably already know their alumni. And I'm sure you already know that the chances of you going to the NFL is still there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, Francisco, you walked onto the Southern Miss Golden Eagles football team as a freshman back in 2009 and suiting up for a game for the first time in 2010, touching the ball for the first time and returning it 87 yards for a touchdown against Tulsa, being able to play wide receiver and even starting a few games and being able to catch passes and touchdowns. Now, I know this past season you had a devastating knee injury as you tore your ACL, and I know you guys as a team, you didn't have much success the last 2 years, but your first 2 years there, you guys did have some success. You guys won a good amount of games. Just looking back, though, at your time at Southern Miss, how exactly would you describe it?
My time at Southern Miss was, I'd say, a dream come true. Coming out of high school, I didn't really, expect to play at the college level, let alone a D1 school. So, when I got the opportunity, I just took advantage of it. And, I got a lot of opportunities at Southern Miss, and I made the most of those opportunities. And, my time at Southern Miss was incredible. I learned a lot, and it's definitely going to help me on, in life and as far as, when I head to the D2 school. So I've learned a lot while I was at Southern Miss.
Now, I know this knee injury, it held you out pretty much for the entire year, but do you feel that this knee injury will, kind of make you stronger and help you, ultimately help your football career, or do you think that this was a big blow and may affect your football career in a negative way?
I really don't think, it's going to affect me in a negative way. I really think that, this is just another obstacle in my course, I've had plenty of obstacles, and I just got to overcome it, and rehab's going well. It comes with the territory, it's football. People get hurt, and you just got to bounce back, and that's one thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to bounce back stronger.
You mentioned, you said rehab's going well. That's great to hear. What have been some things you've been doing to rehab that knee?
Just a lot of, exercises. Right now the biggest thing is, trying to get my range of motion back, which I do. Quad strength. The biggest thing is just getting that leg back strong to where it was. And it's getting there.
Chris Shanfeld talking with college football wide receiver, former Southern Miss Golden Eagles wide receiver, Francisco Llanos. And Francisco, you post dozens of your football videos onto YouTube, and I know something that you take a lot of pride of and you have a lot of confidence in is your route running. Now, when you get back on the field, are you going to be favoring your knee? I know you may not be able to tell me this until you actually get back on the field, but it might be an instinct. What do you think?
This is something that, I'm going to have to, get used to, talking with the doctor. He told me that's the biggest thing is just getting used to it, because it's not going to feel like it's yours, but it is. So I think it's just going to, take time for me to get comfortable, but over time I'll be fine.
And, of course, you're on Twitter at BoriculaLlanos87. And one of my favorite things about you is that you get out there and you advertise yourself and you're hungry for feedback. And you've reached out to Jaguars wide receiver who also took a D2 route and is now having success in the NFL, Cecil Shorts III. I know recently you've reached out to Lions wide receiver Ryan Broyles, former Patriots 3-time Super Bowl winning wide receiver Troy Brown, and, of course, even Pro Football Hall of Fame wide receiver. And I looked at one of your past interviews and you said he's your favorite wide receiver, Chris Carter. What are some things that these guys have said to you, and have they encouraged you at all?
Yeah, each one of those guys, they gave me, different feedback, positive and negative. And, you can get some feedback from those guys who've been there where you're trying to go, it's a plus. Ryan Broyles, tore his ACL, so me and him had a conversation about that and the things I need to work on, the things that's important. So, I appreciate him for that. And Troy Brown, Chris Carter, those guys just gave me feedback, telling me that I got what it takes. I just got to continue to work and continue to do what I've been doing, and everything else will work out for itself. So those guys have been helpful.
Now, during your entire time at Southern Miss, the ups and downs, everything, who would you say, now this doesn't have to be a current football player or anything, it could be anybody in your life, who would you say has encouraged you the most during your time just playing football?
I would definitely have to say my mentor, who's my position coach in high school, Hansford Johnson. He's basically, taught me everything I know. Anytime I got a problem, I call him, because he's like a father figure to me. So I'll definitely have to say him. He's definitely been the guy who's pushed me through everything I've been through up to this point.
Now, I know Cecil Shorts III and Pierre Garçon, they're two of the bigger name wide receivers in the NFL right now that have actually gone to a D2 school and are now having success in the NFL. I actually believe they went to the same D2 school, Mount Union. Is there currently a NFL wide receiver out there that, you might call your favorite that has come from a Division II school?
Not off the top of my head, but, Cecil Shorts and Garçon do stick out. Mm-hmm. Those are two great receivers right now in the league, and they had success at a not Division I school. So I do look up to those guys. Those guys did it, so I know I got an opportunity to do it as well.
And I know you're looking forward to playing Division II school, Division II football, and hopefully achieving your dream to play in the NFL. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be, a different journey for me, going from D1 to D2, but I'm still going to approach it, as if I was at Southern Miss. This is the type of guy I am, and I'm going to go in there from day one and put in the work and see where it takes me.
Well, I got to say, Francisco, you're one of the most humble guys out there. I have a ton of respect for you, and I know this isn't going to be the last time you and I talk, but I just want to wish you nothing but the best of luck next season. Hopefully it'll be an injury-free season for you. Before I let you go, is there anything else you got for me, man?
I just want to let all my fans, everyone who follows me on Twitter, just hold on. This is the obstacle, and everything's gonna work out in the end. I promise you.
Hey, sounds good, Francisco. Once again, thanks a lot, and make sure you let me know when you decide on what school you're going to. All right?
I'll let you know. Thanks for having me on.
All right, as always, it's a pleasure, man. Take care.